Hey, Grandma, you saw I got married?
And I'm very upset. Is this really true? I mean, I'm in the dark here, sitting here waiting on pins and needles, and I don't know what's going on. I saw that video. I went nuts. Well, if that's what you want, then good luck. It didn't look too kosher to me.
Why?
I don't know. This whole thing has got me up in arms over here.
I found the girl of my dreams, and we were at Tallahassee, and we were drunk, and, I love FSU, so I had to propose in in college town.
I don't know what to believe anymore with you. And I said to myself, this kid got some light head,
Perfect. All right, welcome back to the Casey Graves podcast. I'm your host, Casey Graves, and we got a special guest in the house. I think a man who I won't introduce him, but I think he can probably tell the locals in our hometown and probably his when this reaches the YouTubes.
Hell yeah.
Can you put the microphone down? The microphone, see this thing right here?
Oh my God, look at that. Look who just caught up.
There you go.
I did.
All right, give everyone a little rundown, man. Welcome to the show.
Hey, thank you, man. Thank you, Case, for having me. My name's Claude Stuart, comedian based in Los Angeles, and I'm here in Florida. Been doing a tour and very excited.
Nice. Right on,
yeah.
man. Well, thanks for coming out. So, Claude, you've been in the game for a minute.
Yeah, it's been a game for, oh my God, I've been doing comedy a long time, man. Over 20 years, and I just figured out how to work a microphone, so thank you for schooling me. Yeah, man, I started on radio, actually. I went to SMU, Southern Methodist University.
Okay.
That's what it stands for, but to be honest, bro, it was like a party school. It should stand for like sex, money, and underwear. That was my experience. But
all right, I'm gonna bookmark that.
Come on. But they had a really good communications program. I was like radio TV specific, right? I interned on this station, and the DJ, he thought I was funny. He goes, "Look, you're not supposed to be on the air. You're an unpaid intern. But if you go across the hall, call me on the back line, just call in as some weirdo. Boss is not going to know it's you, So I was like, okay. So I did. I would call in as like some crazy redneck or a British guy or just whatever character I could come up with. I had a script, he had a script, and we started doing it. And then they kind of caught on. Like it was like a morning rock station, right? And it was broadcast out of Dallas, but it was in the 35 affiliates, so it was kind of, semi-nationwide, right? And it caught on, which is awesome. And then the boss found out it was me, and he called me in. I was like, shit, I thought I was going to lose my internship. And he goes, well, you know what happens now? And I go, what? He's like, well, now I got to hire you to co-write the morning show. I was like, come on, So that's kind of how I got into it. And I loved it. But then the DJ was kind of a shock jock. His name was Shark Man. I was the Dirt Claude. I had no control over my nickname. That's just what he called me. But he pissed off the boss. He got fired. They let me finish my internship, but then I was like, well, I'm not in the air. I guess these bits that I wrote for the air, I'll just do them on stage. And then that's how I started stand-up,
Wow. How old were you?
I was 19, and then, really like early 20s, I guess, when I really started, But I loved it. I mean, I loved it like right off the bat. And, this is in Texas. So here I am, a skinny kid, and I just started in these crazy redneck bars. And I think that's why it's a lot of the reason why I have my style is just real high energy and prepared for any crazy shit that goes on in the room, anybody heckles or whatever, So you had to find a way to punch them back and like really reset the room,
Yeah, just douse the fires of the audience. Mm-hmm. Before they try to take over the fucking asylum.
Hell yeah. That's exactly what it was. And then like I guess to like give you the full picture, my senior year, they had the funniest person at SMU contest. And it was like the first one that they ever had. And I ended up winning, and it sounds more grandiose than it is. There were just 7 of us. And right before the contest, 6 had a horrible accident. I'm kidding. I was just making your listeners go, okay, he's a serial killer. All right, there we go. But no, man, I was, there are other funny people, but I was probably the only one who really wanted to be a comedian.
Okay.
So like really prepared. And there was a dude named, who was the judge? Oh, yeah, he was a professional comedian. He's still doing his thing. Mark Britton. I don't know if you know Mark Britton. He calls himself the Chinaman, you know. And
Is he Chinese?
He's Chinese, yeah, Chinese American, but he does, he's a really good, like, singer. He does a lot of vocal impressions and stuff. But anyway, at the time, it was Mark Britton, and he was the judge, and he goes, you really want to do this? I was like, yeah. And he was like, all right, call this number, go to this club, and he gave me some great leads, and I just, never stopped harassing people to get on stage.
Right on.
So
you've been doing it for how long? Like 20 years?
Dude, yeah. Actually, I just, this summer, I celebrated my 30th anniversary. Yeah.
Nice.
Crazy. Yeah.
Wow. How does that feel?
It feels awesome. It feels, I mean, it's kind of, it's good and bad. It's almost like, I guess the bad part is like, you'll tell someone, hi, my name's Claude Stuart. I've been doing comedy 30 years. And I still have to tell you, my name is Claude Stuart. You know what I mean? There's that part. Like, there's part of you that like, I love my job, but I'd like to get to the point where I'm not clapping for myself in the intro. Let's hear it for your headliner tonight. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I love the fact that I just said, this is what I'm doing, and I've never stopped doing it. It's always been my job.
Yeah. I feel you, man. Sometimes it's very jarring that you don't get recognized, but then it's like those moments where people are like, oh, I've seen you online, or
yeah,
are you a big sensation online? You got a good following?
Yeah, well, my Instagram is really good. I have a very good following there, and I could sit here and lie to you and say it's all about comedy, but no, we're here to be honest. But a lot of it is I do this series called Easily Picked Up, where women literally pick me up. And it's something I started doing during the pandemic, as a joke, like my female friends would do it. And then it kind of caught on, and I started getting followed by like these female empowerment groups, fitness groups, and horny dudes from India who love strong chicks.
Yeah, that's a huge fact.
I didn't know it was a thing. No, I get a lot, man. I get a lot of messages. A dude named Rajiv, and it was like, excuse me, when the next pretty lady pick you up, please? I'm like, all right, I'll get you one tomorrow, Rajiv.
You should be like, yo, she'll pick me up tomorrow. You just, I take Zelle, I take Cash App. I mean, dude, if it's lucrative.
I know.
The mighty dollar.
Well, no, and that was I had an album come out earlier this year, and it was called Easily Picked Up. And the album covers a montage of different women just picking
you up, and you're just you with a microphone, like shocked.
Here we go. It's usually like on their back, or they'll do the baby cradle, or
what's on the what's an album? The hour? Like you got an hour?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
YouTube?
No. It's audio. It's Spotify and all those, like Pandora.
Oh, you didn't film it?
No. This is just This is just audio. Yeah.
That saves a lot of money. If you really think about the cameras in the way of the special, production, editing, color grading.
Who needs 6 people? Who needs a jib?
Yeah,
right.
I mean, if anything, audio is like it's as old as time for people to just because if you think about it, someone who says, "Oh yeah, so and so's special just dropped," 9 times out of 10, like people are looking at their phone or they're driving.
Right.
I find myself driving and I'll listen to like a Louis C.K. like old special. And I'm, I could watch it, but I'm here for the fucking. I make, when like if you're doing your thing, on stage, someone can easily like if your cadence or your act outs or whatever, it's good for their own imagination to interpret.
Yes,
it's like that's their own best serving. That's like if I send you a text, I say, "Hey, what's up, man?" You take "Hey, what's up, man" with either excitement or depression or however you're feeling that day.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? It's like
100%.
Key and Peele did a sketch on that.
Yeah. No, there's a lot of weird interpretations, By the way, do you deal with weird autocorrects on your text?
Yeah, we all do.
Oh, my God, dude. This is not in my act. This happened 2 weeks ago. My wife's checking in with me right after a show, and she's totally cool. She's like non-jealous. I mean, you know how it is. Dating a jealous woman doesn't work for a traveling entertainer.
You could just say being married as a comedian who's on the road, ... That
doesn't work either. No, but she's super cool. But, we're checking in after the show, right? And all I did was voice to text, and I said, just did show, call you soon. It sent, just did Michelle, call you soon. Wow. That's what it sent to her. And of course she thought it was hilarious. But she is sent to me and she wasn't trying to be funny. Sometimes she'll start off a sentence in a text, husband, ... what's going on today? Or when are you free or whatever it is. And she said husband, but it autocorrected has been. So, yeah.
That's pretty funny.
I was like, game, set, and match.
That's a good title of an album, From Husband to Has-Been. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that'll work.
Something, play
From
on
husband
words.
to husband. Yeah, totally.
It's very clever. They have this new thing now with like couples sending pictures of like AI people in their house. Have you seen that?
No.
Are you kidding me?
I haven't seen it yet.
So there's like these all these different AI apps, and they just generate people that aren't there.
Yeah.
So like I can have this entire room here, and let's say like you and me are roommates, and I'll just open the door and I'll just put homeless man with grocery bag at door and be like, hey man, this guy says he knows you. Should I let him in? And it's so real that you'll be like, no. I don't know who the fuck that is.
And so wait, so you'll just send me an image of some crazy shirtless homeless man?
I'll do it live.
Okay.
But like, so for example, what I was saying though was like, you could do this to your wife. It's like, you take a picture of your home while she's out.
Okay.
And just like take a picture in your living room on the couch. Just be like, hot maid dusting off couch on top of couch. Just prompt it like with Asperger's. Like just be so specific. Overload the specificness. And just save it and be like, hey, honey, I just got a new maid. Like she's staying longer than she should. She'd be like, why the fuck is she on our couch? It's going viral. Like people are like fighting over this.
That's awesome.
A guy like I saw on the news yesterday, he came home to his wife because she let it go way too long. He called in work. He called off work just to come home and be like, I'm having an affair. And it was just an AI generated. You haven't seen this shit? It's so fucking funny.
It's hilarious.
So like right here, I'll take a picture of you and I'll just put like you next to Michael Jackson.
Okay.
My buddy next to Michael Jackson. Now watch this. As you can see.
Here we go. 80%.
Look at that.
That's me and Michael. All right.
But that's like crazy. It matched the color.
It does. Yeah.
I mean, look at that. That's perfect.
Holy shit.
I'll send that to you.
Thank you.
I'll just be like, hey, Casey had a wild guess. He revived a dead pedophile. No, I'm kidding. Honey, you're not going to believe who is the star guest.
Dude, you know what? Right after his death,
talk to me.
People got so mad at me because
oh, you did it. Okay.
Oh yeah. Celebrities die in 3. Have you ever heard that theory?
Everyone dies in 3. That's like
it's 1, 2, 3. But I mean, you kind of have to go looking for it sometimes. But right when this happened, okay, we had Farrah Fawcett and Ed McMahon. They all died like
in the same week.
Same week.
Okay.
Yeah, like 2009. And I remember, I never forget this. I was at the Hollywood Improv, and I did. Let me pick up that credit I just dropped. There you go. Now, so I'm there, and I go, yeah, celebrities die in 3. It's crazy. You never know how you're gonna go. I mean, Farrah Fawcett died of brain cancer. Ed McMahon died of old age. Michael Jackson died of karma.
Wow.
Shum on, people, shum on. But that's
good.
That got him back. But I mean, that's the whole reason I wrote the joke. Just to
did the Sean pun kind of get him back?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because they were like, and then I did the shum on thing. All right. That's why I wrote the joke.
See, because like they're like, oh, he is a fan. He gets the reference. Yeah, that's funny. So what's your like? Not for nothing, Claude, but like. I didn't really like do like a lot of research. Are you more like a storytelling? You like just puns? You like quick topical? What did you start with as a comedian? And what are you doing now?
I like, everything you mentioned, I do at some point in my act. I would tell people I mean, to start off what I started with. Okay. When I started, I've always been physical. I've always been high energy. Okay, like I'll kick above my head. I'm jumping around.
Yeah.
And people, and I'm a middle-aged dude at this point. I still do it somehow. I'm still flexible. I stretch, I guess. But that's me at a party, if that makes sense. That's not me all the time. If it was, I wouldn't want to hang out with me. But I mean, that's an extension of me. Like when I'm having fun, I'm out, being social. That's who I am. And when I started comedy, the 3 biggest celebs on TV were probably Jim Carrey, Chris Farley, and Michael Richards who played Kramer on Seinfeld.
Wow.
And so, I'm definitely influenced by all 3 of them, But I also was, a lot of them. I mean, I love Dennis Miller. I think he's arguably the greatest writer, ever. He's a wordsmith. He's very specific.
Dennis Miller was the one that chain smoked cigs, and he was on that firefighter show.
No, that's Dennis Leary.
Okay.
That's the fast talking. Yeah. He does a lot of rants.
Okay.
Dennis Miller. He was he started off SNL.
He had
the-
his own show
Hank
eventually.
Bam. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Dennis Miller. He did that black and white HBO special.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was the second one.
Yep.
Absolutely.
I got you.
Very smart. He does a lot
Very
of
funny.
Yeah, he does a lot of pop culture references. So I would say, like, I don't get
His intro was a Michael Jackson. Did you see one of his specials where they rose him from the ground up in smoke with a white glove?
Yeah, he even had it. He grabbed his crotch and tried to do the.
So anyway, so those are your icons.
Yeah,
Idols.
I'm influenced by him. Seinfeld, just as like the joke writing. I just love how they waste no time getting to the punchline. And they're very specific. Like, just to give you an example, I remember Dennis Miller. It was he's really good at like quick. He had a Vegas special, and he goes, "What is there? 3,000 tank top minimum on the Strip?" And he's like, "Here's my theory on tank top. If you're built like a tank, don't wear the top." You know what I mean? Simple but hilarious.
Yeah, and it's not pun. It's like just really good play on words.
Yeah.
It's really like, it's just, hey, fat fucks.
Right.
Change your outfit.
Totally. And I just remember like he's very good at picking the funniest word for the bit. Like he had some joke about temporary blood sugar imbalance. You ever heard of the Twinkie defense? Have you ever heard of that term? It's like somebody, somebody's on trial for murder. The Twinkie defense. Oh, they've got a blood sugar thing. They didn't have enough, sugar in the system. I think it's a horrible defense, but it's worked for people, right? And so he goes, "What's with this temporary blood sugar? Oh, I see. You wouldn't have hacked that. Sorry," he goes, "You wouldn't have killed that family of 6 if you would have had a fucking Zagnut bar. Zagnut's funny. God damn it.
Right?
Snickers is not. Zagnut is.
Yeah.
Sorry." I'm coughing like Doc Holliday from Tombstone.
There you go. You're in your prime. You're still in your prime.
Baba, proceed, sir. That's a classic,
movie.
man. But here's the deal. Here's what was cool. The first TV show I worked on was Dennis Miller's, his HBO show. I moved out to LA, random, man. I was taking improv classes, and I met one of the writers just at a party. One of his writers. She was his one female writer, Leah Krinsky. She's funny as hell, man. A really good writer. She was a stand-up, and then we were talking, and then she goes. I think I did a Dennis Miller impression, and I didn't know that she worked for it. She's that's my boss. I go, stop it. She's like, yeah. I go, I just moved out here, man. You guys need any help? She's like, well, yeah, I think they're going to need an intern. It pays. It's just Friday. I was like, hell yeah. And, to get paid, I mean, it wasn't much money. It's probably a couple of $100, but for the day, they feed you twice. You stay there. You're just kind of helping out. You get to watch the writers, and then you got to watch the taping. Oh, and dude, it was, for a young, single, broke guy, it was perfect. What I would do if I'd meet a girl, right? And she's like, well, I can go out Friday. Great. Do you want to see a live taping of Dennis Miller? Oh my God, yes, right? So she'd come check it out, right? That's free. You don't have to pay, right? I'm saying this because I was broke. And then I would go to, it was the best margaritas in town. El Coyote. That's it. El Coyote, best margaritas in town. And they were only open till midnight. So if you're kind of hitting it off at midnight, then you knew, if something's going to happen, you go home or we're done,
This is LA, right?
LA? Yes.
Yeah, okay. I've been to El Coyote.
Oh shit, have you?
Yeah.
It's
good margaritas.
Amazing.
It looks like an old school, like good, bad, and the ugly.
Totally.
Den.
Yeah, it's got the saloon doors.
Yes. Yes, it does. It sucks because everything in LA is like it's like a staple for like a really nice, like either like a movie prop setup building or something, but then there's like a junk automotive across the street.
Yes.
Or like some shitty, some shitty like dying fucking Project 8 housing. And you're like, yeah, but like, listen, like these got the best burgers. You're like, we can't be here till 10:30, like.
I know. No, it's true. And it's weird, man. It's like the haves and the have-nots are like right there. There's no rhyme or reason. No, it's just what you said. There's a Rolls Royce and then there's a dude with a broken shopping cart. And like literally you'll go there and you'll be like, oh wow, that's a 2025. That's a brand new Mustang.
Yeah,
right?
everything is just every block is just redneck teeth. Something's there, something's missing.
Yes,
something's there, something's off.
Oh, it's a crackhead with a shiv. Okay, let's get back.
I used to live there.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I lived off of Fairfax. I used to work at the Equinox in West Hollywood.
Yeah.
And then I moved to like the apartments by Runyon Canyon on that strip.
That's a great location.
That was nice to be single.
Oh, dude.
Every fucking hot chick walking a pub.
Oh my God! And
I knew who you were.
You're listening. We know you.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, I'm only playing to you in that camera. I didn't know. Hi. How are you? Good.
Yeah. It doesn't capture you there.
Well, fuck you. I'm looking at you. Runyon Canyon, dude, I was worried they were gonna actually that we were gonna lose that in the fires, like the LA fires. But it's actually okay. People are there again.
Where do you live?
You know, I live right outside Beverly Hills, like Pico La Cienega, Pico Robertson.
Okay, so comedy's going good.
Yeah, baby. Dude, they just renamed my nickname, or sorry, they renamed the neighborhood. I swear to God, Beverly Hills Adjacent. That's what they call my neighborhood.
Why?
And bro, well, I mean, it sounds better than the behind the Jack in the Box. You know, if you had your choice, right?
Yeah.
I think they're just trying to they're probably trying to just jack up the rent and prices and everything else.
The Beverly Hills Adjacent.
Yeah. The
PHA. With cursive font. Yeah.
The 90212, right?
I used to worked at that Four Seasons over there where they had the press junkets, and I would park a bunch of like celebrities' cars and shit.
Oh man.
Yeah, I would go to school at Stella Adler and work at LA Fitness before all the Equinox shit, and then go straight to my second job, and I did valet, and that was like brutal, dude. And we're back. Sorry about that. A little miscommunications here, a little malfunctions, but we're in.
We made it, man. Made it happen.
So yeah, just bullshitting, talking about a little inside baseball. Like I said, we didn't want to do, but we did.
It's gonna happen. It's a fun. Can I tell you real quick about the Clint Eastwood thing?
Yes.
Just because you mentioned the good, the bad, and the ugly a little while ago, I just always think this is hilarious. I'm a huge Eastwood fan. You know, if you think about it, the man with no name, his character from the spaghetti westerns, it's the same character as Dirty Harry. It's just he didn't have a name when he did the westerns. But this always cracks me up, dude. And check it out. Go back and watch Fistful of Dollars, all those, right? All the good, the bad, the ugly. They always start off the same way. He's just killed an entire village, right? The Clint Eastwood character. He goes to a new town, doesn't know anybody. 4 rednecks start, kind of mean dogging him, right? And he just kind of slowly walks in, and he always says the same thing. He goes, "I don't want any trouble, fellas. I just came in town for a shave and a bath." Hey, really? You don't want any trouble? How come every town you enter, no one survives but the barkeep?
Yeah.
You just want to shave and a bath. Like, why does your personal hygiene cause mass murder?
That's funny. Well, because my theory is is that it?
Yeah, that's it. I'm just saying that's all of them start off like that. All the moves. So just check that out.
That is the theme. I'll look into that because I think also too, like the more I've realized how much Coke and Quaaludes were in the 70s and 80s.
Oh yeah,
is the more I've realized that all of the scripts make sense if you're on Coke and Quaaludes in the 80s, 100%. 70s, even 60s. It's like Miami Vice, alligators as pets, rolled up. If you thought rolled up suit sleeves were cool, to just I don't know, show off your Rolex and fucking Italian arm hair.
Yes. And he didn't have socks. He never wore socks. But he had that Rolex.
Loafers. Yeah. Doing that, to me, there's like a running joke where it's like, if you listen to like every song in the 70s and 80s as well, it's always a fade out because they don't know how to end it.
Yes.
Because they want you to hear it forever. Because in your mind, when you're on Coke, you feel like it goes on forever.
100%. And they're so high, they can't think of another lyric. So they just repeat the chorus.
Exactly. And what's better than everybody wants to. Exactly.
And that was the theme song to Dennis Miller Live on HBO. It's full circle, dude.
Is it really?
You've crafted a perfect circle. Yes.
The theme song of what?
To Dennis Miller's HBO show. That was the
really?
Yeah.
That's funny. Just born for it, dude. What can I say? How old?
Sorry, I'm getting pushed out by his ego.
Yeah, you keep leaning closer and closer at the fucking nook. How old are you?
You got to guess. What's up?
Fuck. I mean, you talk way. All right, like you talk like you're 40. But you look like you're like 20. Like you look like you're 32.
Keep talking. Somebody's getting a free drink. All right. But I have said
if you say you're 50, then I think you're on that fucking adrenochrome shit.
What can I say? The blood.
You're 50?
The blood of children. I'm 53. Yeah.
What the heliante?
Well, let's see. I thought you were going to remember that I hit my 30-year anniversary doing comedy. So I thought you were going to.
Oh, I didn't even math it up.
See? I should have lied.
Dude,
should have lied to you people.
You are, dude, that is like, do you have like good genes? Like your mom and dad's like always looked young?
I think so, yeah. They've always looked young.
You got great hair.
Yes, I've been lucky that way. I have, it hasn't gone gray yet. I've got a great chest hair, but I don't have
and facial
up
probably.
There, you know, yeah, it gets like kind of gray and red. The Scot in me. I'm Scottish.
That's crazy. And the Scots don't age. They don't age well.
It's
no, like Irish people. I have Irish and Italian.
Yeah. Irish is a
Like I've looked like this since I was 12. People have called me sir since I was 8 years old.
Dude, were you that kid? You were the kid in the 8th grade that would like he was 8th grade, but he like looks like you're still shaving. Like you start shaving, you probably drop your wife and kids off on the way to school.
Yeah, I look like a pedophile with action figures.
That's awesome.
Not really.
You were like. You were in 8th grade buying beer for the college kids,
dude. 1,000, dude. And I was menacing looking. I looked like I had mustache. I looked like every girl that was Mexican in my grade had the same amount of armpit hair and mustache features as me.
That's awesome.
But I just looked like, and I went through a Guido phase. Like I had a good set of hair. Like in like 8th grade, I went through this like Italian phase. Like I watched The Godfather with my grandfather, and I would just like slick my hair back. He had slick back hair. I wanted to be like him, but I had braces. So how the fuck did I like?
How did that happen?
Yeah, I'd be like I was going through puberty, but I also wanted to be like a wannabe like mobster kind of kid. Like,
did you Don Johnson it? Did you have the rolled up sleeves, but you had the blazer?
I did that once, and my grandfather called me. And that was a slow roll ever since that.
Every time you, hey, granddad, no problem. What's the
He's like, yeah, dude, I was a Boy Scout at one point. He's like, you know, we used to beat you guys up in my neighborhood in the Bronx. And my dad's like, John, please. Come on,
he's learning skills. Come on.
Yeah, he called Crocs Jew shoes.
Jesus Christ.
That to me was
Jew shoes.
That he goes, yeah, the Jews used to have those because what and I looked this up, but like they had similar things that look like Crocs, but like without the holes.
Okay.
And a lot of Jewish, like Orthodox Jewish people.
Yeah. I live in an Orthodox Jewish neighborhood. I know exactly.
So you know what I'm saying, but like minus the holes. So like, should I call Grandma's on the podcast? Let's see if she.
Grandma's calling in.
No, it's just hold on. You got to hear firsthand. I do the podcast with my grandma.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, hold on. Let's see. Roadcaster connect.
That's awesome.
And I think we're live. Hey, Grandma, hold on. Hey, can you hear me?
Casey, I'm on the phone.
I'm on the phone.
Hey, Grandma, you're on the air.
Hello?
Hey, can you hear me?
Now I heard you talking to somebody. I don't know who you were talking to.
Yeah, we're on a podcast. I'm here with this guy, Claude. He's a comedian. He's here for a couple of shows this weekend. And
okay.
Yeah, so he's on the podcast right now. You're on the air.
Hi, Grandma. How you doing?
Hi, how are you?
She changed her whole tone. Yeah. She's like, I heard you talking to some fucking guy.
She went, hello. It's
no, you two.
It's great to meet you. Casey's been telling me some stories about his grandfather.
Yeah.
I was telling him, remember how I grew up, all I wanted to do was look like him, and I had slick back hair, and we watched
you did. You even dressed like him with the silk shirts and everything.
Yep. And the silk shirts.
Oh, yeah, he did. I'll show you pictures. It's unbelievable.
Yes, I want to see them.
But the only problem was I had braces, and I was in 8th grade.
No, even when you got out of that, you still wore the silk shirts, nice pants that Grandpa used to wear. You had your hair still slicked back.
But I was going through puberty, remember? So I just looked like some wannabe tough guy kid.
You're like, call me Casey the fish. Your voice is cracking.
Yeah, but I was still trying to figure out chicks and partying and stuff. But I just want to live like my grandfather, and so all we do is sit inside and watch mob movies and go to Italian restaurants and eat like veal parmesan.
Yeah. You ate like gavones. You ate like gavones for sure.
That's pigs in Italian. Hey, Grandma, you saw I got married?
And I'm very upset.
Why is that?
Is this really true? I mean, I'm in the dark here, sitting here waiting on pins and fucking needles. And and I don't know what's going on. I saw that video. I went nuts.
Yeah. Well, what did you think? It was a nice proposal.
I said, I didn't know what to think. I didn't sleep all fucking night.
Why?
Okay.
You got grandma freaking out, Casey.
Why? You should be happy for me.
Well, if that's what you want, then good luck.
What did
It
you?
didn't look too. It didn't look too kosher to me.
Why?
I don't know. This whole thing has got me up in arms over here.
I found the girl of my dreams, and we were at Tallahassee, and we were drunk, and I love FSU, so I had to propose in in College Town after we lost the game. I thought that was the most romantic thing to do.
And then what happened?
And she said yes, and now we're getting married. Alyssa Holmes, you're gonna meet her now. Alyssa Graves, AG.
Yeah, I think grandma.
Are you mean this, or you just play me along?
Alyssa Graves. Yeah, she's rolling in her graves.
Yeah, she's gonna be, Grandma. Yeah, you're gonna give me away at my wedding.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Because I don't have a dad, and I don't have a. I'm gonna let you do that. I'm gonna let you give me away at the wedding.
Yeah. Okay.
You think it's?
Is this really serious, or you're just fucking around here?
It's a joke.
There we go. See?
You mean it?
Why you don't believe me?
I don't know. I don't know what to believe anymore with you. And I said to myself, this kid got some fucking light head. I don't believe this.
What's there not to believe? Love is love,
Yeah, I understand that, but that video, I ran it 3 times and I couldn't sleep last night. I said, I don't fucking believe this. He don't tell me nothing. I was like, I was so hurt.
Oh well,
man.
Well, let me talk to you off the air. I got a guest here, and we can talk about all.
Well, you're the one that started a conversation with me. You didn't have to talk to me.
You called me.
Yeah, but you didn't have to extend the conversation.
Well, can I tell Grandma one thing?
Go ahead.
Grandma. So my name is Claude, by the way. I'm Scottish, but I married an Italian woman.
Oh, good. Nice.
Yes. I love it. I love her side of the family. They're a lot of fun. I will tell you this, because my wife is Italian, it's all about the food, right? She's obsessed with food. And the only way the only way I could get her to go anywhere that's not a restaurant is to get her excited about the possibility of food. It doesn't matter where. It's unbelievable.
That's a typical Italian broad.
Yes. Oh my God. That's why I love her. It could be anywhere. It could be like, hey, honey, do you want to see a movie in a theater? Ooh, popcorn. Right? Hey, honey, do you want to go see a Major League Baseball game? Ooh, hot dog. It could be anything. It'd be like, honey, do you want to stay home all night and make love? Ooh, whipped cream. Bam. All right. See, thank you. And Grandma's classy. I didn't go sausage on that joke. I went whipped cream because that's your grandmother. All right.
That's cute. That's very nice. Well, I wish you a lot of luck with her.
Well, she's had sausage. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here technically.
Come on now.
All right.
Hey, Grandma, this guy's performing at the Black Box. Remember we went to Black Box?
Oh yeah.
In Boca.
When is he going to be there?
I'll be there this Friday and Saturday at 7:30.
Oh, okay. That's good.
I'll send you a link to his ticket, and if you can make it and bring whoever you want to bring, you could do that.
Yeah, I'd love to meet you.
Are you going? Okay.
Friday, I could probably swing it, so we could work something out. And if not, I'll just buy a ticket for you.
No. I was just wondering if you guys were going. But anyway, good luck, Claude, on your. Is it Claude you said?
Yeah, Claude Stuart. Yeah, thank you so much. It's great to meet you.
Same here. And I hope to see you in person one day.
Yes, me too. I'll make sure that your grandson doesn't get married today, okay?
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
All right, Grandma. Well, I'm engaged, and I gotta go because I gotta start planning this wedding after I get this guy off the podcast. So let me.
Hey, don't get me freaking crazy with stomach aches now, okay? I just ate.
This girl, she's not even an Italian, and guess what? She's in the Air Force.
Yeah. Okay.
So if anything, we
All
get
right.
you benefits. So it's like, I don't have to work.
Oh, yeah.
Hey.
Air Force. Honey, Air Force is not airlines like a stewardess.
No, but
Air
that's
Force is different.
right. So like technically it's the Army though, right? It's the service. So we get pensions.
And where the hell you think you're gonna go? You're gonna go following her all over with the Air Force? There's something wrong with you, Casey. I always said that. You fell on your head when you were a kid.
Yeah, but think about it. All the benefits, the pension, like
Yeah, I'm thinking about it. And you're a nut
I
job.
could be a stay-at-home mom and she could go, fly a plane.
Case. Now you're really getting to me. I'm really upset.
Listen, you know what? Do you want great-grandchildren or not?
Not this way.
All right. Well, then we'll have to put a pin in this and
Okay.
and then we'll talk later today. I'll call you after the podcast.
Okay. Love you.
I love you too. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Good luck. Bye.
She's great. I do the podcast with her a lot sometimes.
Oh, she'll come on live? With
yeah,
you?
we drink Four Locos, and she talks about like beating the shit out of like her Catholic schoolgirl friends, and dude, it's a weird.
That's awesome.
Like 1942, she was born, so like when she's 10, 1952 in the 50s. They still had the nuns with the rulers, and they would hit people on the hand and stuff, and she would get in school fights. And like she was before like all the dykey like roller derby shit. It was like actually cool to be like a brute, but also like a hot chick.
Yeah.
In that time,
that was a turn on, right?
Which made no sense. Like, all right, like hot tomboys of our generation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like now
Sure.
everyone gets offended, and it's like, why can't I just? It's like, listen, you know what we mean.
Right. Exactly.
You're
Come on.
hot, and you wear baggy jeans.
Right.
And you crack the fuck out of a baseball. You probably give a mean hand job and can drink a Foster's beer in one sip.
Right.
I'm a fan. This is pro.
Exactly. I'm for you. Okay.
Exactly. So you married an Italian woman?
Yeah. She's fun, man. She's and that's 100% true about the food. Oh my God, dude. She's all about it. Let me ask you a question. Would you agree with this? When a woman is mad at her dude, she does one of three things. She either ignores them, yells at them, or nags them. Would you say that's pretty true?
All day.
Yeah. I'll ask a crowd of people that, and then they just kind of nod, and I'm like, see, most of the women just ignored me. You just proved my point. My wife does something different, and it's pretty effective. What she'll do is ask me a sarcastic question that makes me feel like an idiot. You know what I mean? Honey, we're at dinner. Why didn't you get that new shirt that I got you? I'm like, oh, you know what? It was wrinkled. Oh, do you have an iron? You know what I mean? That kind of shit.
Yeah.
Like, why didn't you take the car in today? Oil change. You know what? I slept in. Oh, do you have an alarm? So finally I was like, you know what? I got to give her a little taste for her own medicine, So I was like, nighttime, like, what do you say? Kiddo's asleep. Have a little alone time. Oh, I can't tonight. I have a headache. Oh, do you have a sister? See, you thought I was going to say aspirin. No, I got to surprise you.
You gotta hit her with that though. That's big macho shit.
Right?
Yeah, dude. That's good. But see, the thing is, when you ask the crowd that, you hold the wife holds the husband hostage.
Oh, what do you mean?
Meaning, hey man.
Oh, she's like shuts him up. Yeah.
Hey man, this girl's got a knife to my rib cage.
Yeah. I know. Then I got
invisibly. Yeah.
No, you're right. Because then I got to have a joke prepared for that.
Absolutely.
Come have some balls, guys. I know it wasn't your idea to come here tonight. It's okay. You can
I think the call out of keeping them hostage is twice as funny because it reinstates the obvious. Like if you give it a little time to let it breathe and watch everyone's reaction, because the guy is either looking right at you and the girl's looking at the guy.
Yep.
Or vice versa. Like, what do you think, honey? Kind of thing. And I've been there where it's like, nah. We're going to address this right now.
Yeah.
And make everyone comfortable.
Uh-huh.
And we're going to move on.
That's what I like to do. Yeah.
Yeah. You don't do crowd work or anything, do you?
No, I do.
You do big time or like?
I do a lot. I mean, I do a lot of pre-planned stuff, you know?
Right. Like you have a subject ready and it's just a question. It's not more like a let's dance with how long you guys known each other.
Yeah. It's like, I don't like to, just because so many people do it, and it's no disrespect to whoever does it, but so many people go, what's your name? What do you do? And I get it because it's a launching pad. It like, where am I going to go with this? I just do a lot of, I give people nicknames. Like this guy looks like a college professor who sells weed out of his van. And then I go from there. You know what I mean? And then I can, depending on how he'll react, then I'll play with him. Or there's a group of chicks. You look like you meant to start a book club, then said, fuck it, let's get drunk. You know what I mean? Which is, and that's exactly what they look like. And then I know, it's right, because Darcy canceled. Fuck Darcy, And then I'll kind of go off or whatever. You know what I mean? But to me, I do it up front, and it gives me a good launching pad, because then I can somehow get the creepy dude in the van associated with these chicks. And you know what I mean? You just kind of go from there. So
I like that.
If that makes sense, that's kind of, I do crowd work, but it's a little pre-planned, and then I go off of whatever.
Yeah. Do you, how did you, because we were talking about this earlier, how did you meet your wife? How did y'all meet?
Oh, blind date, which I had never done. I would always meet chicks on the road.
As in like a mix and mingle event?
No. We had a mutual friend, and Heather grew up with this girl, and I went to college with this girl. So I knew this girl later in life. And then here's how it was. Here's how old I am. I was on MySpace, okay? And I used to meet dude, but MySpace was the best to meet girls.
I had a MySpace.
For a comedian, It was great. You could find out a zip code, and then I had a little message. I'd copy and paste. Hey, come see me, blah, blah, blah. And you would see what the girl would look like, and then she'd bring her friends out or whatever. And then, it was a very easy way to meet girls.
It was a friendlier time online with MySpace.
Much friendlier.
Then the perverts from Chat Roulette infiltrated.
Oh, my God. Yeah,
I think
Chat Roulette.
Yeah, I mean, the meat spinning weirdos and like the fucking people who love like watching beheadings and shit. Those people found out MySpace existed, and they saturated, they polluted the waters.
100%. And I would say back then there wasn't this hater energy online like there is now. Now it's like it's cool to be a critic and all this bullshit. You've seen it with comedians. I've never done comedy, but this guy sucks. Okay, well, why don't you try it and then see how it goes for you? Then shut the fuck up about what a professional does.
Isn't it funny how people care more about what people say because technology's advanced more? I mean, in other words, like you and I, like if we had a MySpace and someone like called me gay on my wall or whatever, like I'm just dating how old that is. It's like, it's like, okay, this is funny. It's like I had, you probably could relate to this. Like MySpace, you had like 5 songs, 5 of your favorite songs you could put on, and you could make a cursor. Like, like if you go on my MySpace, I was a kid in middle school. My cursor was a Ferrari. It was raining Jägermeister bottles.
Nice.
And my top 5 like things were like anywhere from like G-Unit to Fall Out Boy.
We're going down.
And then, but it's like someone will like punk me like in person and be like, that was stupid. But then when it hit online, I was like, oh man, like now everyone sees that, but I don't really care. Like I was, and then Instagram came out, we were posting pictures with food and shit.
Right.
Like, but like now, I hear people complaining like people are so mean in the comments. So what? They're afraid to face you in real life.
They're pussies, they're haters, and you're never going to meet them. It's okay. You're never going to see them.
And like now that you're outing that, like how you feel about it, like you care that Abe what's like Mary Grace 0859, and it's like a picture of her cat and like 3 other pictures of her cat called you unfunny.
Right.
It's like that lady with 14 friends like stabbed you invisibly in the heart.
Right. You're giving her power.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Don't wilt.
So, but it's like back in the day, I mean, like it was so cool to like explore who you could be online, and then it just like and then it wasn't fun. At one point it just like a snap finger of like not fun anymore.
I don't overnight everybody went to Facebook. We
took it too serious at one point.
I don't know how it happened. I don't really know.
You and your girlfriend taking a selfie with the Valencia filter and the Vignetti or whatever, like focused in on you guys at Universal Studios, and you're like, you know, with your puka shell necklace. I'm just like, and I'm not
love
saying
the
it's a real
specifics. Puka
thing,
shell necklace,
but
yeah.
it's like of that generation, like Axe body spray and fucking fingering chicks and drinking Four Loko and life's
Right.
good. Dane Cook was on iPod Minis, you know, like
Yeah,
I'm saying like shit like that.
Lost was on its third season.
Lost,
You know?
Prison Break was competing with Lost.
Right.
You know,
it was
it's
before
like,
we knew the Prison Break dude was a pedophile. You know, like
Oh,
There was-
really?
One of them got in trouble. Yeah.
Probably the bigger one.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think he was actually a felon
Oh,
before all
he
that.
was. Yeah. So he did his research.
He had priors like Richard,
Yeah.
and but yeah,
Good
dude.
casting.
But I don't know. Like, I think we lost our way. But like, I think it's also going to come back where it's like, I don't know. Like, you don't seem like a guy that online shit bothers you. I'm sure you get a little like, just as a public figure, you're going to get something.
Oh, you'll get it. You'll want it. I just don't take it personally. You know what I mean? I remember when it first happened, and it's like I wasn't really. I was professional, but I wasn't like, you know, working in TV or whatever. And I was like, oh, what the fuck? This guy doesn't like me. Why doesn't he like me? And then you realize, hey, man, not everyone's going to like you. And that's okay. And you know what? Going back to Dennis Miller, during an interview, he goes, if you can get half of this country to hate you, you're going to be wildly successful. That's all you need. Half the country to hate you.
Dennis Miller said that?
Yeah.
Wow.
I know.
That's very true.
He's right. He's
If you
100%.
get 25 states to like you, you're chilling.
Yeah, 100%. Didn't Cat Williams had the theory about haters? He's like, ladies, don't worry about haters. It means you're doing something right. If you get 20 women hating on you, you better work your ass off to get 20 more by the summer. You know,
Wow. It's true.
yeah. I mean, I agree, you know. But when you were asking about like we met on the blind date or whatever. Yeah, I mean, I'd seen a picture of her. She'd seen a picture of me. That was it. You know, I was very busy traveling, going in going in and out of town, and it was hard to coordinate a date. And I finally was like, look, I've got a show. I've got an early show. I also have a later show. And she goes, where is it? Venice. She goes, oh, I'm house sitting in Venice. Why don't I just come to your later show? I was like, great, let's do that. She came to the later show. Check this shit out. The first show I did, it's LA. It's, you know, it ran late, even though I went first. I had to follow the MC. I jump in the car and I call her, hey, I'm so sorry. It's running late. I'm on my way. She's like, you know what? You might not get up. I was like, why not? She's like, well, 2 comedians had to cancel and I think they're going to call the show. And I was like, damn it. But inside I was like, thank God I can just talk to her. She doesn't have to watch my show. You know what I mean? And I don't have to prepare and then deal with that. I get there, dude, and it's a hole-in-the-wall bar. It's super fun. It's packed. I get there. The bartender recognizes me, right? The show's over, and he's like, hey, man, this guy's funny, man. I love this guy. What do you say? One more comic. One more. It gets the whole bar chanting
That's
one more
a
comic.
big layup, actually.
And I was like, no, it was. But I was like, fuck, because I just met her. I just wanted to know her, you know? But I was like, let's go. So I just went there, and it was great. Yeah, I just did 10 minutes. Boom, boom, boom. Didn't really do anything new because she's watching, you know. And thank God she laughed. And then she even, and this is one of the reasons I kind of fell in love with her on the phone. I'd never met her. She's like, what are you drinking? I was like, oh, usually it's a Corona. She's like, oh, she had a Corona waiting for me. You know, I'm like, all right. You know,
Yeah.
I think I dig this chick, you know. So, yeah, man, we hit it off. And then I was raised a Southern gentleman. So I walked her back to her car. And as I did, I don't know if this woman was drunk, homeless, or both. But this woman was very loudly arguing with a parking meter. And by the way, she wasn't winning the argument.
If she wasn't homeless then, she's probably homeless now.
Yeah. Dude, literally.
'Cause you can't argue with that sober. Unless all the voices in your head have came to a general census that you are crazy.
And they've all agreed with each other. Yeah, dude, we're walking to literally. She's like, you don't know me. Get the fuck out of my face. Like, and it's like this with the parking meter. And I go, you know what? Let's go this way. And I just kind of let her out. So yeah, man, played it cool. Didn't make a move the first night. Second night, totally made a move because I was about to go on the road for 6 weeks, like a 6-week jaunt, right? And I was like, all right, I've had a great time. And she goes, yeah, we talked about this later. She's like, yeah, then you just stuck your tongue down my throat. I'm like, but you didn't pull away, did you? You didn't pull away.
Yeah, don't play that victim
Come
shit.
on.
I'm sorry. You hated every ounce of that 15 and a half minutes.
Me grabbing your hair and you moaning. Okay, yeah, I guess you hated that.
Right. Oh, that was all an act for me? Yeah.
You are a good actress. Damn.
That's funny, dude. That's funny. Yeah.
But dude, I knew that was my window because I liked her, you know, and in like 6 weeks on the road, I'm going to be gone. And I'm not really a phone guy, but there was something about her. I'm like, all right, I'm going to keep in touch. And
long distance.
Yeah, and when I drive, that's when I talk to people. You know, I don't sit around talking, you know. And so, got to know her on the road and came back. And she goes, I'm kind of nervous. We have all this phone chemistry. What if we don't have it when we see each other? I'm like, well, I think we did right before we left. She's like,
yeah. That if that wasn't there, then you should ask that question,
Yes.
I mean, this whole like blind date, if it didn't work out and then you do like just like phone sex,
right.
that kills everything. I mean, think about it. I was just scrolling through my Instagram and like some guy said this, and I like take things with a grain of salt, but I welcome bad stuff in my life and good stuff.
Okay.
I don't like, there's not this point where like a lot of people, they try to like do
cleansing.
Right? I could, I take everything out when I meditate. No. Listen, you take all the bad and the good because that's what's in the world, and you embrace it because you can now see the good as what you're trying to do, or as like an example. Like if I see some good in you and I see something that I would like, like almost like look up to and be like, yeah, that's something that I would want to
aspire to.
Admirable. Yeah.
Like I like that. Yeah.
And then I see something that's bad in you. And like I said, we all have good and bad in all of us. I'm going to see that bad as in like, oh, like he just did that when he could have done this. Like
yes.
that's what's considered bad, but I'm going to learn from that mistake. I'll watch a bad movie just as much as I'll watch a good movie and see how they could have made it good.
Yeah. No, 100%. I was just going to say, you learn from it, and I tell the newer comics, man, I'm like, you actually learn more from a bad set than a good set.
Oh, yeah, and you don't forget the bad sets.
Right? Yeah.
You really like the good sets, but you will not forget the bad sets. But the point with this is like, if you keep like engaging with a lady over text or over calling, and it's even if it's new, if it's the middle or if it's old, it loses that fire from when you're actually doing the things in person.
Yeah.
All the things, the touching, the cadence, the posture, the facial expressions, everything.
The way you're looking at her, the way sometimes you don't even think about it, but you almost mirror their body.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When you're really into her. Yeah, totally.
It's a dance. Yeah. So when you're doing the whole like phone thing, it just feels like, like a pen pal when you're texting.
Right.
And you're just like, you slowly, every day, you're like very thin, but sliver shaved down on like the onion layer of chemistry.
Yeah.
Until you're down to that pulp.
And then you got nothing.
And you, boy, if you meet up, you better fucking reignite that fucking flame.
No.
So that's my 2 cents. But it's like, less is more, until you meet up. But
I think so. Yeah. And when I met up with her, and I found out she was a foodie, so I took her to her, like, in the same week. I knew I was home that week. I took her to her 2 favorite restaurants. So, I figured.
Well, yeah, you're an Italian. You have an Italian girl. You just you basically have cut all the corners in the blueprint.
Right.
Like, yep, we're going back to Bella Bellas and Il Aromas.
It's so funny, dude, because the Italian place we like to go to by us, we can walk to is Bella Roma. So
there you go.
Hilarious. You said that.
I separated the two. That's funny.
You did.
Yeah, they
psychic.
The Italians food out here does not miss. I don't know if like I said, if you know Nadeem or David, who run Sadman's, but they have a really good Italian place by them, and it's like I haven't been, but I've heard, and just the amount of Italian, like everyone has the next best Italian food. This is the place. This is like they got the Dean Martin Rat Pack there.
Oh,
they get you everything like from like a family of 5 portion, sausage, meatballs, ricotta cheese, good lasagna, but they have like a really good, just like there's in Florida, surprisingly, there's a lot of like really good Italian places out here.
No, there are. Like the comedian Dougie Alameda.
Yeah,
right?
Big fan of Doug.
Yeah, Dougie. So
like
what was
him.
the place they used to book? It was great. It was at an Italian restaurant in Wednesday. Was it Coral Springs? Was that what it was? Started with a C. I remember that. But it was
Carrabba's. No, I'm kidding.
All the Italians listening. The power of Christ compels you.
Dude, it's funny though, but like, dude, I don't care about that. It's like Carrabba's has good pasta. Olive Garden has some good things.
They do actually. People make fun of Olive Garden. Look, unlimited breadsticks. You got me. You know what I mean?
No one wants to touch Red Lobster because black folks like stand on business. with Red Lobster. Like a lot of white people want to complain. A lot of white people don't go. Me and my grandfather, we used to go to Red Lobster all the time and get the cheddar biscuits.
Oh, dude, yeah.
You ever been to Red Lobster?
Of course. I'm a road comic. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, dude. Oh, road comic eating Red Lobster. You might get the bubble guts, dude.
Yeah. No. I know what I like there, but it's great, man. And then the Olive Garden does the unlimited salad. Come on, dude. Yeah.
I don't know if it's the healthiest, but
it's not.
It gets you out there. What have you? What is like your favorite food? I guess
Italian's up there, man. I really I love Mexican food, but it's got to be really like San Diego's got the best Mexican food because they're closest to the border. If you're right there by Tijuana,
not
dude,
Mexico, not Texas. Texas has some good street meats.
They have Tex-Mex. The Tex-Mex is different than Mexican food. It's like it doesn't have that like I don't know, man. The Mexican flavor, like the chilies and the spices they put in there, it's different. But Tex-Mex is great. But I usually go there for I'm trying to think. Well, the chips and the margaritas is what I get more excited about.
So San Diego is best Mexican.
Yes. LA actually doesn't have great Mexican food. They have good margaritas.
No, it's Authentico.
Yeah, exactly.
The pink taco. Get the fuck out of here.
Pink taco. Come on. The only pink taco I want to see is in the bedroom. Right?
Exactly. We're all pink on the inside. But it's funny because like they don't like to like I don't know. Living in LA was like such a fucking fever dream.
I bet. Huh?
It's just white people pronouncing Mexican streets in Valley Girl vocal. Like we're gonna go to La Cienega.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna take the 405 to
exit on Valencia.
I like when white girls out there in California they want to sound cultured, so they pronounce it Santa Monica.
Oh, I know.
We're gonna go to Santa Monica. Yeah, but it's. I love that place.
But by the way, there's nothing. You're talking about white chicks. Here's the main thing they do in LA. They love to tell you their dog is a rescue. They cannot wait to. She's a rescue. Oh, really? What's her name? Like my post? Virtue Signal? Is that her name?
Yeah, it's I like this game. Okay, so that's fun. But I have a little. I'm gonna add a little seasoning to that.
I can tell when you have an idea because you go, I like that. Now check this out.
Yeah, we're in a meeting. It's like the Mad Men guys advertising for a new way on cigarettes, like a new spin.
Right. Or
it's not tobacco, it's toasted. You know. But I love that because that is the fun part of like being like get real. Like first off, what does that also say about the chick? Like, are you rescuing them because you're trying to rescue yourself? That's a deep thought.
Yeah,
you know, a lot of people are like, oh, I can't have a relationship because my dogs are my relationship. Okay, you're a spawn from Crazy Cat Lady. Like, that's cool. Your whole house smells like a fucking humane society.
Right.
You know, it's hard to finger you when I have fur on my hand. This is disgusting. Your whole bed is a fur ball.
I'm trying to get you off. I'm thinking about Mr. Whiskers. So thanks a lot.
Don't scream it too. Like, don't rescue. This is the craziest part, though. Every time someone asks you, or like, well, I mean, like if you're, you know, your wife has like friends who have rescues or whatever, like that's probably like you don't want to start the smoke with them. But like friends of yours, or like if you could just go for it.
Yeah.
They always, more times than not, like I'm gonna say 93.8% of the time, they never know how old the dog is. Because they rescue them.
Yes, they don't know. Yeah.
So my theory is you got to just lean into, but if you could, how old do you think it is?
Yeah.
Because they've been so attached that they'll lead with their emotions and guess so wrong. The thing's got more gray hair than I do.
Yes.
On its snout. It's probably gonna die.
Yeah, one eye is over here.
And it's 5?
Yeah.
Oh, it's limping like that.
Really?
It's got a lymph node the size of a cantaloupe, and it's 5.
It's Gorder as a second head. It looks like Chernobyl. You know?
And you leave them with that, and you Godfather style close the door slow.
Yes.
And you don't even say anything.
Now, are you looking at it? Are you giving them eye contact?
Absolutely.
Yes.
The slower the better. Nice to meet you and your dog. Good luck finding out how old she is.
And the way that you're looking is like, how do you live with yourself?
That's what the eyes are saying, Chico. They never lie.
The eyes never lie, Chico.
That's
Scarface,
good.
baby.
Dude, that's
Come
good.
on.
What's your favorite movie?
Oh, okay. As a kid, my favorite one was Raiders of the Lost Ark because it made me want to be a stuntman.
Okay.
And not only, dude, the truck scene with the bullwhip and he's fucking
Wow.
getting dragged and he jumps up and he beats all the
It's a
Nazis.
shame they fucking ruined your franchise.
I know.
What the hell with the aliens?
No, come on.
In the fridge?
Yeah. It's
All the
too much. Now check this shit out. You ready?
Tell me.
So I saw that, and then as a kid, I also saw, because I was like 9 years old, I saw it was a documentary, the making of that movie, and I saw the stuntmen how they did the truck scene, and it was amazing, right? So I want to be a stuntman. Now, cut to later on, my wife doesn't want me. She didn't want me to show. We have a son. My son, that movie, right? And
what movie?
Raiders of the Lost Ark. Because the end. Remember at the end, they open up the ark. The angel comes out. She turns into a devil. They melt all the faces off. She's like, it scarred me as a kid. I don't want that to happen. I go, honey, it was my favorite movie. I was 9, right? My kid's 11. He just turned 11. Okay.
And he's a guy.
He's a guy. Finally, I go. I was like, fuck this. You know, she was away. She went to see her friend. I go, we're gonna watch this movie, right? And so we watched the movie, and I'm just out of respect for her. Right before it gets to that point, I pause. I go, listen, buddy, the scene's coming up that Mom was freaking out about. All right, he heard us talking. I'm like, look, scary scene, okay? Nothing's gonna happen to you. It's just a movie. I'm here, okay, buddy? Right? He's like, yeah, good. I play the scene, right? I'm looking at him, right? And he's just sitting there, and he's checking it out. Cool, but he's not phased, you know? And then at the end of the movie, I go, you okay? You all right about the scene freak you out? He's like, no, not at all. So now I'm worried he's a sociopath. But you know what, Casey? At least he had that reaction. At least he didn't like it a little too much, you know? At least he wasn't like, yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, can we watch that again?
Yeah.
Rewind it.
Well, as a kid, he's also like, he's giving you the mutual emotion because maybe he can't come off too strong because you might ask him. Cause remember, you know, you play possum with your dad sometimes on a Skin magazine or like some grown man shit. And I mean, as seen in a movie, anything, but it's like, no, that was cool. And like, you got to show your dad you took it like a man, but like as a kid, you're just kind of like, you got to be mutual to the dad and then go suppress the real feelings in the bedroom. Well, not saying to like crank it or anything, but I'm saying like,
oh, they've melted their faces.
Yeah, all right. That kid's drowning puppies. So, but he's putting birds in a microwave like dude. That kid. But he's
got tarps on his floor like Dexter. Right?
Right. Just American Psycho. He comes out with a fucking axe and a raincoat. But he as kids we went in and we sit there and we like process things differently. You know, we need that like room. That's why a room is important to us, I think. Like if you ever revisit your room, you have all these fond memories, but you don't realize like you processed a lot, like a relative dying. You're sitting on your bed and you're like looking around at like you're resonating with that, but then you're looking at like your like first grade like baseball trophy or you're doing all this stuff, and somehow it gives you all these like little powers of like flashbacks. I mean, I've taken ayahuasca, so I'm getting really.
I was gonna say you've been to the other side. Your third eye.
Dude, I'm big third eye. I don't discriminate when it comes to drugs. They're all different colors, you know.
That's right. Come on,
invite them all. My whole fucking body, my whole spinal looks like a DEI hire. I got everything going.
They all serve their own purpose. The drugs.
I took a crazy Uber drive once, and this guy goes, "Yeah, man." He's talking about the Grateful Dead, and he's like, "Yeah, you guys weren't around." And this is before you could say like, prefer not to chat with Uber driver. It's like, but he was telling me, he's like, you know, and he's like, "Oh, you guys taking some sugar cubes of acid?" We're like, yeah. How'd you know? He's like, I caught the lingo. I'm like, oh, this guy's tapped in.
Yeah.
And he goes, yeah, man. And before we got out of the car, he goes, me and my buddy, Mage. And he's like, yeah, you know, it's crazy, man. You know that. It got quiet. And then he said it. It was like, he just goes, yeah, you know, when you die, you have spinal fluid. And you can extract that, and a lot of it, you know, that drugs, they show up on tests. Acid, LSD, they don't. So if you take that spinal fluid, that's where it all has been sitting throughout the years. Every time you take LSD, it's right in that spinal fluid.
What?
So my wife's, and this is true, but he goes, my wife's going to extract it and just do it all at once after she cremates me. And I'm like, so he has, and this is just reiterating, his wife is gonna spinal tap his spinal fluid, which has a bunch of fucking, I'm talking Woodstock LSD, up until what, 2015. That's a lot of shit,
dude. That's like the purple shit that they would smoke at the Dead show, Yeah.
Oh yeah. Like lace fucking like Once Upon a Time acid cigarettes and shit.
You're gonna be seeing hobbits and leprechauns.
So she's like, she might like, revisit me when I'm in the afterlife. We're on acid in the Uber. I'm like, dude, this is cool. At first, it was a scary roller coaster. I'm like, it's crazy to think about death. But once you fucking
embrace it,
So I was like, me and my buddy were like, yeah, maybe we could like, we got to do that. And then my buddy was like, we should do that for each other. I'm like, don't get gay. I'm like, no, just because we're on drugs, don't. Look, you're crossing a line here.
My granddad always calls me a. All right, so let's
literally. He's still alive. He's gonna. Don't start your car. But back to your son. So no, that's cool. Like you watched the movie with him and he like took it cool. Like after that, you're probably like, which is cool because that's like a cool step to doing more mature stuff with your son. How old's he? 9?
He's 11.
11?
Just turned 11. Yeah. So
never forget. But
well, no, you know what it did after that? He goes, let's watch the next one. So then we watched every Indiana Jones. Same thing with Star Wars. Before that, we did the same with Star Wars. And then it's so funny. She didn't want him to watch Jurassic Park. She thought the dinosaurs were too scary.
What the heck?
She's a little overprotective.
Yeah, but it's PG-13.
I know. She just remembers somebody gets eaten at some point. There's a couple of the human deaths. But I was like,
imagine what she would say about Jaws.
I know.
I know. That's pretty.
But see, Jaws, dude, that's one of those movies. If you remember, Casey, it's like Alien. You don't see the monster until the end of the movie. That's why I think Jaws is so great. You don't actually see the shark until the very end.
Do you know why?
Well, you want to build up tension. You want to build. Oh shit, man!
There was a released discovery.
Oh, the budget. Something dealing with the budget, right? Go ahead and tell them.
It was that they bought this shark and it cost them a fortune, but it was the 1970s, right? 1972, 75?
Yeah.
So think of the mechanics and think of the technology to have a shark that has to be electronically operated, underwater, mechanically operated for that amount of time. They couldn't get the proper realistic shark-like features. And I mean, you have to be very anal about your movies to have this thing happen. There was no CGI. No. So they would keep this thing and it just kept looking like a hunk of metal coming out and like being like robotic, like coming out of the water. And it has those scenes where it just like comes off like a little, but in that time, you'll believe anything because it was the new thing.
Yeah.
But they said the shark kept breaking on them. So they were like, I wanted him in the beginning scene, I wanted him in the middle, and I wanted him in the end. And by a landslide, by just like a pure, like, unfortunate mishap, they couldn't get it operating and finding the kinks until the guy who was like responsible for the shark finally got it dialed in towards like the end of their shoots, which was the final act.
Oh my God.
So the suspense, if anything, played the best part of not revealing until the grand finale.
Yeah.
And the suspense was just as much rewarding as him just being like, we get it. He's in act 1, 2, and 3.
Right.
So that was why they only showed him at the end.
That's awesome, man. Look, it's a great payoff because there's a lot of the shots with the fin. You see the fin. Everyone's freaking out.
They could do that part.
Because that's not the whole thing, right? But no, that worked great because, I mean, there's, they tease you a couple times. At one time, it's just the dude's wearing that ridiculous head thing.
Yeah. Well, that's cool. It's jerking your emotions.
Yes.
But
I'm telling you, dude, I'm I'm a screenwriter too, and I got to tell you, but there's this adrenaline release when you see a horror movie, and it's the same as sex, and that's why I think it's a good date. It's a good early date to take some, take a lovely lady to watch a horror. Cause oh God, what is, you know what I mean? It's just grabbing your arm, and you're like, holy shit, what's gonna happen?
It's sad to say that fear and sexual drive is the same thing.
It is.
There's this guy who's working on a joke that I know, and he's very, very funny, and he's working this joke. So I'm not gonna say it, but it is crazy to think like we were taught that as kids, like take a girl on a date, roller coasters, take them on one of those like Halloween, like
oh yeah, the
hay
the
rides,
haunted house, right? Yeah,
haunted houses, and they're scared, and they're gonna latch onto you, and you're like the protector, and it's also like that's gonna fast track a lot because everyone's adrenaline's going.
Oh yeah, you're kind of
even you at the point of like you can't fake a fucking roller coaster, ride.
Yeah,
and you'd be like, oh, she's so into me. You can't have a normal. You're just as going. So it's like you're both sinking in on this like fear and love bond.
Yeah, yeah.
So
no, it's interesting you say that. I was with a girl one time, and we were driving. This car comes out of nowhere, like, oh Jesus! Like almost hits us. I went that way, and the car finally went.
Oh,
it was
like a 2-lane.
Well, no, so yeah, 2-lane coming around the corner, just so way too quick, and then was coming head on for a minute, right? And so I went that way. They got out of the way, but it was literally like, ha! that was crazy. You want to fuck in the car? Or, you know what I mean? It was literally like that. Like we both were like scared as hell.
You banged in the car.
Yeah. But then like turned, it was nighttime.
You asked?
No, but it was like that.
Okay.
I didn't say it, but we were like, yeah.
That was crazy. What a fuck. That's such a fucking like Caddyshack slapstick. Like that's a Chevy Chase that like written all over. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. That's an old lady comes up knocking on the window. What are you kids doing?
I'm gonna have like that would be so funny to just like, I don't know, like cue a deer in on the like just going out in like Alligator Alley or some shit and just be, all right, go ahead, push the family of deer out, and then just swerve and like. Professionally, I mean, like I practice the swerve. I've been Ricky Bobbying my fucking turns on my truck, so I won't flip and I don't hit the deer.
Right.
Now I'm not saying let's keep ordering deer and let's fucking splat them like red water balloons. But I'm saying this is gonna work every time. Every time.
That would be hilarious. You've just been practicing it every day. You've got this Pythagorean angle that you know how to drive in and.
I love how you don't live in the world of like dating today.
Yeah,
like you're 53, you got an 11-year-old, you got an Italian wife. Things are on the up and up, and it's every year there adds some like fuckery towards the dating lifestyle, and for both, for men and women. Like guys will play women like a fiddle, girls will play men like a violin. Mm-hmm. Everyone's in their own orchestra, but it's like at the same time, dude, like there's this thing online where it's called like, are we dating the same guy?
Oh,
I don't know if you heard of that, but it's like, this is another reason why like Facebook, MySpace, everyone migrates here, but like there's all these groups, and like a couple of my buddies, I think I'm mentioning it. If I am, shout out to the creator.
Man.
Hats off to the author.
You got a new credit.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. I'm on IMDb as a scumbag in Fort Lauderdale. Towards the day. No, dude, I tip 20% and I have a good time. And but the thing is like, a lot of people out here, they'll leave like a woman only group, and they'll just tell you everything that went wrong with the date. But craziest thing is like sometimes the chick is off her rocker.
That's the thing. You don't know if she's insane.
It's like a game of telephone. Like if you heard one side from your friend and you didn't hear the girlfriend's side, you're boys with him.
Yeah.
You're going to be like, yeah, dude, what a bitch.
Right. You got to side with him. I mean, it's like a divorce. Who'd you know first?
Yeah.
Right?
I don't even tell chicks, like sometimes, like, again, like you saying, like not getting recognized and stuff, like out here in Fort Lauderdale, South Florida, like no one's like, it's funny. Like I'll go to places where the actual comedy is like LA and like Austin and like all these places, and they'll be like, "Oh, I've heard of you," because we're all in the circuit.
Yeah,
other comics hear of other comics,
100%. Yeah.
And like you get certain audience members from out of this, but like out here, it's just like I keep it pushing. Like I tell them like my 9 to 5 is this and that, and which is true. I just don't say I'm a comedian. And then one time, this chick was telling me, she's like, you're on this website, right? And I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, yeah, here, why don't I just read a couple things for you?
Oh, shit.
And it was like, not funny, fucking comedian, takes you out for a date, no hope whatsoever, 30 years old, doesn't fucking have a clue.
Oh, my God.
This chick also, like, the chick that's complaining, she, failed marriage, has a kid. I mean, she's, you got to kind of fucking tit for tat.
Yeah.
But, I let him rage bait.
Yeah,
but it's like, it's cool, man. It's like one day I'll figure it out. But, I don't know. Not
What?
in this place.
Well, hey, look, maybe it goes back to Cat Williams. Somebody's hating on you. You doing something right? Huh?
20. Get 20 more.
Come on. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Work for the new 20. Hell yeah.
Well, what's next? What's next for you?
So I've got, I have a new special coming out. I have one, I'll do a quick plug, I guess. I have a dry bar special, which is totally clean, family friendly. I have a Tubi special on Tubi. It's PG-13, you know, but I've got an R-rated special coming out, and it's on Open Bar. Have you heard of Open Bar? It's like the antithesis to dry bar. Ron Feingold runs it, and it's I thought he was a Florida guy, but yeah, they tape it. That's what it is. I tape mine in Colorado Springs, but they also tape it in Sarasota at Les McCurdy at his club. So, but yeah, it's cool. It's like it's just an opposite dry bar. They're like, all right, we're not gonna do Mormons. We're gonna do people who like dick jokes, and they're not gonna be sober. They're gonna be drinking at the bar, and we're gonna have some fun. So,
What is dry bar a clean?
Yes, so it's out of Utah. It's a Mormon operated company, and it's actually a great way to get corporate work and cruise ship work, and because it's all clean stuff.
Oh, nice.
And yeah, it was super fun. I had a great time. But I mean, the open bar is a different level of fun because I don't have to worry. I'm one joke away from getting fired. Yeah, I could just kind of say what I want.
I like that.
Like, yeah, it was cool.
This just came out?
No, it's about to come. It's supposed to come out this month. I'm waiting for the dude to tell me the date.
But I'm saying open bar as a business.
Oh, yes. I think they started 2023. At least last year is when I really started hearing about them. But they've done a great job of like developing a fan base. They have a ton of like people in their YouTube channel,
Dude, I love that.
Social. So it's cool.
I love that for you, man. And so like I mean, I guess we could just wrap it up. It's been real. We did like an hour 10.
Oh, right on, dude.
So,
no, this has been awesome. And I'm sorry to give any more obvious plugs here, but yes, I write for this TV show. It's called Funny You Should Ask. It's a game show, a lot like Hollywood Squares, but we do like more jokes, less banter, But a lot of cool people. We had Tiffany Haddish, Howie Mandel, Jeff the Roastmaster Ross, Adam Carolla. We just got Brad Williams on. Do you know Brad Williams? He's a dwarf. He's had like two Netflix specials, I don't know why I did this when he's a dwarf. But he's awesome though on it, man. He's so funny. Dude. I know, what was that? He'll love that.
It's your Italian wife. It's the gestures.
Hey, it's what I do.
Yeah, it had nothing to do with shrinking him like magically.
Yeah, it wasn't me hoping for a blowjob.
There goes your dry bar special.
I knew it. Oh man!
So you got a lot of them on. That's a solid That's a solid days,
dude. It's great.
Solid gets.
It's like, and that's the challenge because you got to write for all these different perspectives, But it's cool. I love it,
How long you been doing that?
They started in 2017, but we've taken some hiatuses here and there because a billionaire owns the company, so it's pretty much up to him when he wants.
You don't have to say anything.
You know what I'm
after
saying?
that. Yeah.
But this billionaire, you're gonna know who he is. Just brought back Comics Unleashed. You remember Comics Unleashed with Byron Allen? Byron Allen, bald black guy, always wears a nice suit. He always,
fat guy?
No, he's not fat, but he hosts. He always hosts a show. Comics Unleashed is when he would sit down with 4 comics on a couch, and he would set them up for their jokes, and then they go into their bits. And
no, what was it called?
Comics Unleashed.
It was like right after Last Comic Standing.
Yeah, that was on late at night. But dude, now they got prime time. Now it's like prime time, and it's they just brought the show back, and they just asked me for Vail, so I think I'm going to do it again. I did like the old one, but yeah, it's great exposure for comics.
And now, are you performing or writing?
But for that, I'd be performing.
Nice.
But for this, yeah, I'm just writing.
Nice. You write for a lot of people?
Yeah. It's funny because my mom asked me. She was like, "Do you like writing or performing better?" It's hard to say. It feeds 2 different beasts. It's apples, oranges.
But as a comic though, like it's so funny watching your bits being displayed by someone else, and you're like, that's awesome. Or like there's some sort of like thing where you're like, I could have said it with a little more cadence.
I know.
You don't mean to, but you're like, fuck. I can't say shit. He wrote the check.
Right, exactly.
A bunch of my buddies, they wrote for people who do America's Got Talent when they have the comedians on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, it's funny, but it's like, you know, it's so TV. Some of the fucking jokes don't even make it, and they get so pissed. And I mean, that's just showbiz.
Yeah. No, that's part of the deal. I mean, look, there's sometimes you think you write the perfect joke. You're like, that's got to be it. And they don't go with it. You're like, what the fuck? But then honestly, I just did this to make my room leader laugh. I didn't think it was going to get on the air. They put this on. This is the dirtiest joke I wrote for Funny You Should Ask. And I can't believe they put it on the air. And they gave it to Caroline Rain. And we do a lot of true or false jokes. And one of them was like, true or false? 38% of women claim that they never tell anyone when they go to the gynecologist. And she goes, hey, my lips are sealed.
Oh, damn, dude. That's a good one, dude.
But but she delivered it perfect, and it was you know, so.
That's so funny. Oh, man, that's great.
So
and you wrote that?
Yeah.
You're, dude, hey, well, maybe I'll have you write for me one day.
Well, you know what's funny? I think it's because I'm dyslexic. I reverse engineer a lot of jokes. Like I'll come up with the punchline first and then try to work my way.
Chappelle does that.
Yeah. I think he does too.
I do that. I've been learning how to do that too. I think it's very powerful to write back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
I think if you go orthodox, unorthodox every now and then.
Yeah.
How often do you write? Like an hour a day?
Well, definitely on the show I do. The thing is I write movies too, so I can't, I'm not going to sit here and lie to you and go, yes, every day I write an hour on my act. But
we could accumulate.
Every week for sure. I mean, I write every day for sure, but on my act, a couple times a week I'll be like, okay, here's what I got to do. Here's, you know, this is where I'm going now. But I have two different thought processes, man. Some of them I got to be inspired by. You know, some of them, something has to happen. Like, here's an example. This is a very clean, you're not going to like this joke, but it's a very clean, dry bar, nobody gets hurt joke. I was doing a military tour. I was in Korea, and I was buying a shirt, and I just thought, I bought a shirt in Korea, and the tag on the shirt said, made here. You know what I mean? It's just very quick. It's an America's Got Talent, 10 seconds clean, right?
Yeah.
But then there's the bit I do about getting carjacked in a shitty car. That's a great bit, but it probably took me a year and a half to get an ending to that. It was a good premise, but I didn't have an ending. And then finally, I got it. I'll turn it around on him. And then I finally came out. So if that makes sense, you know, like some of them come to the others like, God, I can't. How do I close this bit? You know?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, but you can't. Tarantino, he said, because I watch how he writes on YouTube. He did an interview with a good friend of his, so he was more open than any other interviewer.
Yeah, he's awesome.
And he did the guy who did Sin City. I thought Tarantino did Sin City.
No, it's very Tarantino-esque, but it's not him. Yeah.
So the guy that wears these little fedoras, or these little golfer hats, the guy that wrote Sin City or did Sin City, made it, whatever. He's really good friends with Tarantino, and Tarantino helped him make these movies. So that's why it's very esque. But he does an interview with all these, like he did a fucking interview with Coppola, Tarantino. I mean, all the greats. And so Tarantino opened up and he's like, I will write. He's like, and hopefully this is some good information. I'll send you the link.
Yeah,
but he was like, I will write. I will write until when it gets fun. But right before I feel that moment, right before, like I'm in the hot seat, I'm hilarious, I'm having a great time, I'm giddy. But if because it's too good, that's when I walk away. Because I feel like anything over the horizon of that feeling is going to be darkness, in my own way, depression, anxious, all that stuff. So when you're it's like right before, it's like semen retention. That's almost what I want to compare it to.
Right.
Where it's like right before you bust, you cap the tip and you call it quits. Yeah. And he's like, he said for some reason, the power and urge of feeling that jolt of oh my gosh, why am I walking away from this? It makes you just fucking nail it when you go back to it and you want to do it more. Because you go somewhere else, you calm down, you relax. You know, like a dog that wants to go for a walk and you relax, you calm down, and you know how fun it was, and you go back to that place of fun, and you build up again from that fun and walk away again. So you're never tired of it, and you're never frustrated or pissed off.
Yeah.
It's a crazy. Am I with you?
No,
Are you
it's
with
smart.
me?
It's hard, and like you said, it is kind of semen retention. I think they call it edging. The kids call it that, right?
Perfect.
Way
better than those two. Oh, yeah.
I would say with comedy, I call it premature ejaculation. That's what it is, because you're like, I'm almost there.
Yeah, that's it.
Good. I was waiting for that sound effect. We had the good one, so we did that.
No.
But yeah, because you You don't want to burn out. That's what it is. You don't want to burn yourself out.
And you said you had a couple of movies.
Yeah, so I write movies. I work with 3 Degrees Entertainment. It's a production company.
Okay.
It's me and 3 partners. We have a really very cool one in development right now. It's called Standby, and it's John Cleese from Monty Python and Sean Astin. Rudy.
Good for you.
Yeah, and they're amazing, man. They're very funny, but it's really more of a drama. I mean, it's drama comedy, but like some crazy shit happens in their scenes, and they nail it.
Yeah, but a good dramedy is great.
Yeah,
Barry.
I love it.
You ever seen Barry?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I mean, that's something I think of immediately with like he's an assassin, but he's also doing theater.
Right.
Like he's trying to fuck this theater chick.
Dude, and let me tell you, because I write a lot of shit like, I call it like if you can get like a comedy crime, dude, comedy.
Put the mic up here a little bit.
Comedy and crime in the same story, it's like sweet and savory. It's just an awesome combination. I've got a movie, I got a pitch meeting with I don't know if I'm supposed to say her name, but it's a celebrity. But
we can mute it.
It's called Killer Book Club is the name of it, and it's I call it it's a dark comedy thriller. It's basically an act of desperate self-defense. 4 women in a book club murder an unhinged man, and then they quickly become responsible for a string of questionable revenge killings.
Wow.
So that's what it's about. And but it's good, dude. It's basically one of them has without giving the whole thing away, one of them has an abusive husband. He's an alcoholic. He comes in, he messes up the book club, and they get to a point, he whips out a gun. They think they're good, and then they get him with his own golf club, and they live right next door to a cop, her best friend. What's going on there? And then it goes from there. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
And this is all in the works right now?
Yeah. So this is in the works.
Fuck yeah, dude. Dude, I'm like really happy to it's a nice little slice of LA success sitting in the nook.
Thank you,
and
man.
that's like really awesome to see. Like you're just like I've learned a lot about you now than I ever have. And honestly, I'm just like I'm floored, and I'm glad I did this way versus like I'm not sitting here researching you. I want to get to know people, and I do like kind of like a dry, we just ease into like figuring each other out and having a good time. And
yeah, and I appreciate it, man. I'm glad that you do this podcast, not like morning radio. We're like, okay, I'm going to ask you about your mother, do your mommy bit. And you know what I mean? You're just like, let's talk, man. Let's get to know each other.
I didn't want to. I don't want to make it like because if it's a natural flow, it's not forced, and it's on the platforms that seem more forced than it should be, and it makes sense to people who are real humans.
Yeah, and I appreciate it. Dude, we covered Eastwood to edging. We did it all.
We edged everything. So if you want to plug some stuff away, we can tell them where to follow you, tell them what you got coming up. I mean, you did most of it, but just reiterate one more time.
Oh, sure. My name is Claude Stuart. It's Claude. Stuart is Stuart. Just plug that into Google. All my socials will come up. It's Claude Stuart 4 on Instagram, Claude Stuart on TikTok. Same with YouTube. You'll see me on Facebook. I probably still have a MySpace floating. But I'm up. There we go. Got to clock out of my writing gig. Here we go. So, it's basically, I got a special on Dry Bar, a special on Tubi, one coming out on Open Bar, and I write for Funny You Should Ask. So, thanks for listening. Appreciate it.
And thanks for watching. This has been another Casey Graves podcast. We do it big here, and we have a lot of fun. And if you like what you saw, just like, comment, and subscribe, and tune into the next one. So, Claude, thank you so much for coming on, man.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it, Casey.
Thank you, sir.
Grandma rocks. We love Grandma.
Yeah, we love Grandma, man. Peace.
Peace.